Welcome to the HPG Blackout. You will learn that I do not care about much, but I find it odd that Clan Wolf and Jade Falcon are always on top. Why not give the Hell's Horses or Ghost Bears their shot? However, that is just the opinion of an amateur historian that loves big, stompy robots. Today we explore the ilClan era. With comms still unreliable, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more just like this. In the late 28th century, Nicholas Kerensky's aspirational words stirred the ambition of the clans to seek preeminence, hinting at the attainment of a yet unestablished title, the ilClan. This was later interpreted by ilClan Leo Showers and Jade Falcon Khan Elias Creechel to imply the clan that reconquered Terra would become the ilClan, with its senior Khan assuming the role of lifelong ilClan. This interpretation, however, led to disagreements regarding the conditions required to earn the ilClanship, which persisted throughout various operations and events, such as Operation Revival, Operation Scour, and Victor Steiner, Davian's funeral in 3135. While the criteria for claiming the ilClanship were unclear, it created a crucial question of clan hierarchy that demanded a resolution. Alaric Ward, originally planning a childhood project to invade Terra, attracted his sibkin, Chance's, attention, who helped refine this plan over the years. At Paladin, Victor Steiner Davian's funeral, Alaric, then a star captain, evaluated Terra's defenses and recruited star captain Hayek Sukhanov of Clan Snowraven to his cause. Alaric also encountered star Colonel Ramiel Becker, a skilled ghost bear Ristar, and despite their initial confrontations, he eventually enlisted Becker for his tactical acumen. Alaric and his select group from Clan Wolf continually improved their invasion plans, culminating in Operation Nostos, aimed at retaking Terra for the glory of Clan Wolf and the Inner Sphere. 2 years post the fortress walls collapse, Khan Malvina Hazen led the Jade Falcon clan in a fierce offensive against the Inner Sphere, capturing multiple Republic worlds. Their swift progress, however, left their military forces thinly spread. Hazen's strategy involved forcing Republic troops into battles on her terms, ultimately planning a devastating assault on Terra. Assembling the entire Jade Falcon Tumen at Rigil Kentaris, Hazen aimed to strike strategic targets and cripple the Republic's defense swiftly. Growing anxieties about the Wolves' progress led her to focus on a powerful assault on the Republic's final stronghold, despite not fully understanding the fortress technology. After the fortress wall collapse, Clan Wolf swiftly seized many Republic worlds, including New Earth in January 3151 and assimilated part of the Fidelis, which was revealed by Custis Paul Moon to be originated from Clan Smoke Jaguar. Moon, who shared vital intelligence on Republic defenses, was allowed to leave with a small group of Fidelis warriors. New Earth became Clan Wolf's forward base for an impending attack on Terra. In October 3150, Clan Wolf scientists devised a strategy using jump technology and lithium fusion batteries to breach the Terran system's final defense. Taking advantage of this breakthrough, Khan Alaric Ward launched Operation Mercury, which started on New Earth and involved the deployment of Clan Wolf's 14 galaxies. Despite risks, Ward believed the Wolf Empire could resist potential threats from the Lyran Commonwealth and the Free Worlds League. On January 1st, 3151, Ward ordered his naval strike force to jump toward Terra. In late 3150, the Inner Sphere braced for an impending threat as Jade Falcon and Wolf aspired to achieve the ilClan title. With the Federated Suns occupied in conflict with the Draconis Combine, and little interference expected from the Free Worlds League or Capellan Confederation, the major powers were largely unprepared for the clan threat. Exarch Devlin Stone's Republic, which had the task of defending Terra, faced an uncertain future. The intense conflict, marking a pivotal point in human history, left the Inner Sphere on the brink of a potentially transformative era, the consequences of which were yet to be seen. In November 3150, the Sol System spotted 2 Lyran Commonwealth merchant vessels, prompting heightened alertness in the Republic fleet. This event, interpreted as a reconnaissance mission, increased defenses across the system. By January 3151, Task Force Ostend attacked the Republic's naval defense stations, paving the way for an invasion. The Clan Wolf fleet then arrived, demonstrating immense force and causing significant damage, aided notably by the resurrected ship SLS McKenna's Pride. Subsequently, Task Force Hyperion targeted the Titan shipyards, overcoming strong resistance, forcing surrender, and gaining control over Terran space. Lastly, despite active defenses, Clan Wolf successfully neutralized key orbital platforms and landed on Terra, overcoming the Republic's resistance and establishing control. In an unprecedented move, Clan Wolf invaded Terra without the traditional Batchall, disrupting the Republic Armed Forces strategies. On January 10th, 3151, the clan made a historic landing in Australia, catching the defenders off guard. Led by Khan Alaric Ward, General Chance Vickers, and Sakan Garner Kerensky, the clan battled against the Redburn Guards and the Royal Australian Forces. Despite resistance and guerrilla attacks from Terra's forces, Clan Wolf's strategic maneuvers, surprise attacks, and ability to adapt ensured their victory. This conflict concluded with the clan seizing control of Australia, marking a significant advancement in their campaign. During a 4-day campaign, Clan Wolf secured a strategic stronghold in Australia, despite heavy losses, and made further advances in Southeast Asia. They overcame fierce resistance in Vietnam through burning jungles and seized Hong Kong after an intense 2-day assault. Khan Alaric exhibited an honorable approach to combat, allowing some fleeing units to escape. Chance Vickers led successful campaigns in the West, reaching Thailand, Myanmar, and Bangladesh. They faced adversities but ultimately prevailed, trapping General Ratanapol of the Thai Tigers. They also breached Redoubt Bangalore in India after a brutal 5-day siege. However, the Republic Armed Forces regrouped in Russia and China, with Task Force Blue Heron engaging Clan Wolf in Shanghai. Despite initial success, the task force suffered heavy losses, and its leader, Paladin Tirina Drummond, was killed, causing RAF morale to collapse and leading to their surrender. The death of Paladin Drummond and the surrender of Task Force Blue Heron significantly weakened the Republic's military. Despite their victory over a wolf galaxy and parts of 2 others, the loss of 2 elite regiments left China, the Koreas, and parts of Russia vulnerable to Clan Wolf. Still, the Republic held hope, believing that the heavy blow to Clan Wolf was a worthwhile trade-off, and that their remaining forces and redoubts across Asia, Africa, Europe, and the Americas could continue to resist. However, an unexpected development shifted the battle dynamics. Khan Malvina Hazen of the Jade Falcon clan, intending to claim Terra, arrived in France with her forces. This forced Alaric to reassess his invasion plans. Upon the Jade Falcon's arrival on Terra, Alaric led the Wolves in a strategy to capture and hold as much territory as possible, leveraging their occupation to pressure Stone into surrender. The Republic Armed Forces had anticipated such an event, welcoming the arrival of the rival Falcons as an opportunity to weaken both clans and buy time for fortifications and reinforcements. Despite a ceasefire offer from Stone, Alaric declined, resolute on conquering, and left Terra's defenders to confront the Falcons without Wolf's assistance. Khan Malvina Hazen launched Operation Birthright, a grand campaign to establish control over Terra. In a bold move, she used Rigel Kentaurus as a strategic base and swiftly advanced to Terra's zenith point, bypassing 5 frontline galaxies and clan warships in just 11 days. The Inner Sphere took notice of this massive operation, generating widespread anticipation. Upon reaching Terra, the Jade Falcon Navy, led by Star Admiral Benetti, encountered strong resistance from Task Force Attila and Fort Greece. Despite damages, the Falcons retaliated, causing Fort Greece's reactor to explode. However, targeting lifeboats resulted in a devastating counterstrike from the Abundantia, damaging the Jade Talon. Other Falcon warships defended against assaults and disabled Fort Abernathy. Task Force Attila tactically withdrew without losing any warships, as ordered. Mars became the Falcons' next target, offering strategic advantages and protection for their fleet. Despite initial losses to the Stone defenders, the Falcons adapted and overwhelmed them, executing Academy staff and students, decimating cities, and regrouping before departing Mars as part of their brutal strategy to pave the way for their Terra campaign. The Jade Falcons successfully landed on Terra, marking a significant milestone in the Inner Sphere conflict. Contrary to expectations, they avoided direct conflict with the Wolves and seized territory from the Republic. The Falcons landed in France, positioning themselves near critical targets. The attack on Paris proved challenging, with skilled defenders extending beyond the city. Countess Tara Campbell's forces, experienced from their success on North Wind, thwarted the Falcons' attempts. The Falcons shifted tactics and focused on gradually eroding defenses. They also targeted Geneva to cripple the Republic, facing setbacks but gradually dismantling defenses. The siege continued as more Falcon troops joined the conflict. Clan Jade Falcon and Clan Wolf launched aggressive campaigns in Europe and Asia. Clan Wolf faced tough resistance from the Republic forces in the Caucasus Mountains, forcing strategic adaptations. In Georgia, the Wolves encountered scattered militia resistance and a powerful RAF formation guarding a command post. The Wolves suffered heavy casualties and had to withdraw, leaving 2 clusters behind. Alaric led his troops into Mongolia, bypassing Ulaanbaatar, but facing a full-scale assault from the Mongolian cavaliers due to river contamination. Meanwhile, Vickers advanced through Turkey and Greece. The RAF launched Operation Four Horsemen in the Caucasus, overwhelming Salama warriors and disrupting the Wolves' western front. They aimed to reclaim Redoubt Bangalore and halt the Wolves' advance. In anticipation of an imminent attack by the RAF, Chance took the initiative and launched a preemptive strike on the Four Horsemen task force. Galaxy Commander Ramiel Becker's Tactical Response Cluster was enlisted to aid the operation. Strategically using the Kurthar National Park in Pakistan, Ramiel successfully trapped and devastated the task force's super heavy mechs, systematically dismantling the Republic's units. Despite offering Ghost Knight danger, the alleged Republic commander, an opportunity to surrender, resistance persisted until all super heavy mechs, including those of the task force leader, were eliminated. This resounding victory significantly boosted the morale of the Wolf faction and paved the way for their subsequent triumph over the 10th and 16th Principes units. While the whereabouts of Ghost Knight Danger remained unknown after the battle, Ramiel's forces joined Chance in Greece, forming plans to collaborate with Garner Kerensky's westward movement through Russia. The Jade Falcons demonstrated unwavering determination in Europe despite initial setbacks. Instead of seeking quick victories, they focused on undermining their adversary's entire base. Delta Galaxy had some success in the assault on Redoubt Geneva before being reassigned to confront RAF troops in Germany. A fierce clash near Frankfurt resulted in the capture of Knight Ludwig Jabar. The leader of Redoubt Normandy, Tara Campbell, became a target for Malvina due to their past encounters. Different strategies were employed to besiege Normandy, with the Highlanders executing successful hit-and-run tactics. Breaking through Geneva's defenses proved challenging, with conventional approaches and nuclear options failing. A partial breach was achieved, but resistance from infantry, armored units, and the 10th Hastati Sentinels led to a deadlock. Orbital bombardments were used to demolish enemy concentrations. Chance, Vickers, and Ramiel Becker clashed in Pakistan, allowing Alaric to launch an offensive in Siberia. Initially, Stone expected an attack on Japanese forces in Honshu, but Clan Wolf discovered their limited mobility. Instead, Alaric shifted focus to eastern Russia and Alaska. In Alaska, the Wolves faced fierce resistance, but turned the tide through a stealthy counterattack led by Alaric. Though victorious, they suffered heavy losses. Alaric's objectives in North America confused the Republic, but he captured Unity City to gain public support. The Jade Falcons faced the challenge of expanding their influence in Africa. They aimed to control the Sinai Peninsula to restrict access to the continent and the Middle East. The Falcons' Iota Galaxy invaded the peninsula, engaging the Alexandria Defense Force led by Knight Raul Ortega. Ortega withdrew to the Sinai Desert, and Galaxy Commander Ernest Benetti pursued, but Ortega's strategies inflicted casualties. Benetti retaliated, dislodging Ortega, and pursued him to the Suez Canal. Ortega managed to retreat into Egyptian territory, while Benetti continued the pursuit. The Falcons relentlessly pursued Ortega through Egypt, reaching Sudan. After fierce combat, Ortega was defeated and captured. Meanwhile, Iota Galaxy faced unexpected attacks from local militias in South Africa, but ultimately defeated them. However, Ortega mysteriously vanished from custody, leaving the Falcons shocked and uncertain. Stephanie Chistu's Delta Galaxy was sent to conquer Brazil, and after a fierce battle, they trapped and annihilated the Amazonians, capturing General Guerra. Chistu released the remaining defenders and falsely reported their abandonment. Delta's success showcased its skillful tactics and perseverance. The Falcons asserted their dominance in Africa and Western Europe, while Clan Wolf faced division as their leaders were separated in Asia. Chance Vickers and Ramiel Becker led the Wolves through the Caucasus Mountains and Ukraine, facing opposition in Athens, where they emerged victorious. They then moved to Milan, offering surrender to the 1st Milanese Regiment, but were met with a surprise counteroffensive. Clan Wolf traversed Siberia with minimal opposition, but encountered resistance in Russia. They engaged in small-scale skirmishes, fought a major battle along the Volga River, and eventually accepted the surrender of the Iron Boots and Rough Riders. Meanwhile, Delta Galaxy advanced through Europe, encountering minimal resistance until they disrupted defense forces near Krakow, enabling the reunion of Delta and Beta Galaxy. Clan Wolf aimed to capture the Republic's capital for ultimate power. Malvina grew frustrated with the lack of progress in Geneva. This frustration led to a scorched earth strategy that affected Republic troops and her warriors. The campaign held immense significance as Terra was humanity's ancestral home, and Malvina's uncompromising approach marked a turning point in the battle. Led by Galaxy Commander Tamara Folk, the Falcons launched an assault on Amarillo's strategically important RAF installation. Despite initial obstacles and casualties, they broke through the Republic's defenses. The Falcons relentlessly assaulted Geneva, causing tragic civilian deaths. Malvina launched a massive offensive, devastating the city and executing RAF soldiers on live camera, raising doubts about the Mongol doctrine. The consequences of these events would have a lasting impact on the Inner Sphere's future. The collapse of Geneva caused fear and anxiety on Terra as the Falcons captured vital cities, and the promised aid from First Prince Julian Davion never arrived. General Vickers led the Wolves' forces in northern Italy, facing fierce defenders in Verona, but eventually succeeding. In Turin, the RAF's Operation Nighthawk, a headhunting operation, breached wolf lines using captured clan mechs and defeated Vickers. Outside Geneva, RAF troops resisted the Falcons' expansion. At the same time, Malvina was also attacked as part of Operation Nighthawk and nearly killed. Still, the Falcons rallied and defeated the attackers. In response, they launched intense assaults, catching Clan Wolf off guard and causing severe casualties for Garner Kerensky's forces, leading to his death. At the same time, Alaric led Beta Galaxy with mixed results. Alaric's forces captured surviving RAF soldiers. Task Force Zebra secured a facility in Antarctica, and significant blows were dealt to both clans' leadership, reshaping power dynamics. By T+56, Clan Wolf and Jade Falcon had established dominion over Terra's territories. Clan Wolf neutralized the Republic's military forces in Australia, Asia, and Europe. Meanwhile, Clan Jade Falcon controlled the heartland of the Republic, Central Europe, South America, North America's core regions, and Africa. They were initiating additional operations to strengthen their control. However, reports emerged of conflict between the two clans, suspending all clan activities and leaving the fate of their senior leadership uncertain. This unexpected development left the Inner Sphere in suspense, awaiting further updates. After escaping from Geneva, the RAF High Command established their base at Command Post Steadfast in Castle Bryan Sandhurst. Led by Stone, they launched a major offensive against the Falcons and the Wolves, exploiting the chaos within the clans to weaken their forces. The RAF counterattacked the clans on Terra, creating chaos and supporting Operation Nighthawk. They launched surprise offensives near Milan, but were repelled by fierce resistance from the Wolves. Stone also orchestrated strikes against the Falcons, incapacitating their leadership. The aftermath of Operation Nighthawk saw significant losses for Clan Wolf with the death of Sakhan Garner Kerensky. Clan Jade Falcon denounced Stone after discovering his involvement in the assassination attempt. Sakhan Ryan Pride was severely injured. Malvina appointed Jane Thastis as a temporary Sakhan. The War Council reevaluated their campaign and planned their next moves. Alaric and Malvina united against the Republic's dishonorable assassination tactics. Despite their differing combat philosophies, they aimed to overthrow the corrupt Republic. The clans launched a relentless pursuit across Europe, culminating in a ferocious counterattack near Paris. The Wolves and Falcons abandoned honor, unleashing chaos on Paris's defenders. The Falcons' aggression forced a retreat, which the clans exploited. Paris fell to the Falcons, solidifying their control. The clans agreed to coordinate their campaigns, with Malvina targeting North America, and while they disagreed on Redoubt Normandy, they ultimately focused on controlling the Battle of Terra. Alaric challenged Tara Campbell in southern Scotland and defeated her. She became Alaric's bondsman and requested his help against the Falcons. Firefights erupted in London as the clans sought command post Steadfast, but RAF High Command had already left Europe, causing the clans to lose their trail. After the defeat and withdrawal of Republic forces, General Vickers resumed operations in southern France, recapturing cities in northern Italy. He crossed the Mediterranean, aiming to control the Sahara and the Strait of Gibraltar. Chance's forces seized Tunis, but faced opposition from the 24th Republic Infantry Regiment. The Wolves captured the Strait of Gibraltar. Skirmishes occurred between the Republic and Delta Galaxy near Tangier, while Gamma Galaxy caused damage in Marrakesh. The Falcons conquered Redoubt Los Angeles and launched a battle in Kentucky against the Republic. Despite setbacks, the RAF was defeated, and the Falcons continued their search for the RAF's last stronghold. The North American Midwest faced severe attacks from the Jade Falcons and Wolves, worsening the Republic's situation. Devlin Stone, lacking support from the Federated Sons and losing key officers, considered retreating to Command Post Rouge or using Terra's nuclear arsenal. However, these options were deemed impractical, and Stone eventually proposed surrendering to Clan Wolf, but was told it had to be to both clans Wolf and Jade Falcon. Stone arranged a meeting with representatives from both clans. On April 14th, 3151, in Detroit's Belle Isle, he accepted their demand for the complete surrender and dissolution of the Republic of the Sphere. The end of the Republic had far-reaching consequences. Although the clans called it VT Day to symbolize their victory on Terra, they refrained from major celebrations due to the ongoing conflict for the title of ilClan, hinting at future battles. Following the Republic's surrender, the Jade Falcons and Wolves ended their non-aggression pact, setting their sights on securing the title of ilClan, symbolizing ultimate dominance over the inner sphere and rulership of Terra, humanity's cradle. To settle their dispute, they decided on a combat trial, a monumental event with outcomes that would significantly impact the inner sphere's future. The trial, the result of which would either herald the Jade Falcon's dominance or the Wolves' rise to power, marked a crucial juncture in the inner sphere's history. As preparations began, anticipation spread among the clans and across the inner sphere, with the future of humanity's ancestral home at stake. In preparation for the impending ilClan trial, Malvina Hazen proposed a series of combat trials to determine the rightful ilClan, but Alaric Ward disagreed and advocated for a single trial that emphasized the conquest of Terra. Alaric's viewpoint won, and Clan Wolf and Jade Falcon pledged their forces for the trial. A meeting was scheduled to establish the trial's terms. The Batch-All ceremony occurred in Michigan, with Clan Wolf defending and Clan Jade Falcon attacking. The trial location was a vast forested area in Canada. The trial was meant to be fair and honorable. The trial was set to begin the next day, with preparations underway. The clans sought the title of ilClan, which would impact the Council of Six. The Jade Falcons and Wolves acknowledged their responsibility and strategized for the trial. Alaric expressed concerns about their chances of winning. The highly anticipated trial between rival clans, Jade Falcon and Wolf, took place in Canada to determine the ilClan. Terran citizens were concerned about the destructive tendencies of Clan Jade Falcon. The two clans devised unique strategies, with Alaric implementing Phase Line Charlie to restrict the Falcons' movement and Malvina planning a rapid assault. The trial began with aerospace sorties, and the Falcons targeted the Wolfcon while the Wolves retaliated. Ground forces engaged after a delay, with Falcon Guards leading the advance. The Wolves approached from the west in two thrusts. The Falcon Guards encountered resistance, and the Falcons tried to lure the Wolves into combat, but faced artillery strikes. The Falcons launched assaults and tactically retreated, wearing down the Wolves. The Falcons' northern flank remained unchallenged, and it became apparent that the Wolves fell into a trap. The battlefront consisted mainly of artillery fire. After 12 hours, Wolf elementals reached Thunder Bay, attracting Falcon attention. The Wolves regrouped, while the Falcons encountered minimal resistance. Both clans continued tactical engagements. Both sides faced a precarious situation, despite Clan Wolf's advantages in the early stages of the conflict. On the second day, Clan Wolf surprised the Falcons with an assault on Thunder Bay beachhead, targeting repair and munitions facilities. Though they faced strong resistance, they managed to destroy ammunition dumps, severely damaging the Falcons' supplies. The Falcons retaliated by launching a frontal assault to trap the Wolves in a fiery region known as the Cauldron. The Falcons strategically maneuvered and set a forest fire, trapping 3 Wolf galaxies. The trapped Wolves struggled against the blaze, while the Falcons targeted them. Despite efforts to combat the fire, casualties were high. Clan Wolf suffered heavy losses, and morale was affected. The Falcons celebrated their apparent triumph but faced an ammunition shortage due to the wolf strike on their supply depot. They refitted Omnimex and prepared for a large-scale assault, while both sides continued skirmishes in preparation for further conflict. In the relentless conflict, tension peaked as the decisive third day approached. The Jade Falcons aimed to eliminate the surviving wolves, while the wolves fought to avoid dishonorable death. The fate of both clans and the title of ilClan were at stake. Positioned at Longlock and Opasatika, the clans clashed fiercely in a battle that would determine the fate of the inner sphere. The Falcons formed the Ripping Beak formation, but the wolves countered and struck their rear lines. The battle raged on with significant losses on both sides. The Falcons gradually gained ground, while the wolves fought a fierce strategic withdrawal. The Falcons' relentless advance led to the fragmentation of the wolf lines, but the wolves launched a surprise attack with Task Force Athena rising. The Falcons regrouped, but the wolves gained air superiority and pushed forward. Clan Wolf warriors encircled the Falcons, inflicting heavy losses. In a pivotal duel, Anastasia Kerensky defeated Malvina Hazen. Wolf's dragoons attacked the wounded Falcons, but later withdrew. Clan Wolf extended an offer of surrender, which the Falcons vehemently refused. The Falcons fought bravely, but eventually conceded the ilClan trial. Some die-hard Falcons continued the battle on Terra, but surrendered when their leader was shot down. The Jade Falcons' presence on the battlefield was significantly diminished, and Clan Wolf emerged victorious, solidifying their claim over Terra and establishing themselves as the rightful ilClan. The ilClan trial, which began in 2825 and concluded on April 19, 3151, marked the realization of the clan's purpose and Nicholas Kerensky's challenge. With the ilClan taking control of Terra, it became the dominant clan, with the ilKhan holding lifelong power to choose a successor. However, the clans faced a dilemma as they lacked guidance beyond conquering Terra, forcing them to forge their destiny. Some sought wisdom from history, others from within their ranks, and some pursued external guidance through diplomacy or warfare. To establish its authority, the ilClan needed recognition from the Council of Six, but certain factions opposed the outcome and were determined to prevent the victor from claiming the influential position in the inner sphere. Malvina Hazen, deeply wounded after losing her ilClanship to the wolves, vowed to undermine Alaric's authority. When Alaric visited her, he reprimanded her for keeping a captive and neglecting her warriors. Malvina threatened Alaric, but reluctantly agreed to submit to his authority. Stephanie Chistu arrived later to discuss rebuilding the Falcons, but found Malvina lifeless. Investigations revealed that Malvina's injuries led to complications and her death. Anastasia Kerensky, who had been captive, escaped and opportunistically claimed responsibility for Malvina's demise. The battle for Terra had significant consequences for Clan Jade Falcon and Clan Wolf, leaving them in disarray and in need of new leaders. During ilKhan Alaric's visit to New Earth, he discovered that the Fidelis, an elite group known as Stone's Shadows, were surviving warriors from Clan Smoke Jaguar. Alaric reinstated them as Clan Smoke Jaguar, and they conducted trials of bloodright to regain their blood names. Clan Smoke Jaguar appointed Prohaska Moon as Khan and Richmond Howell as Saw Khan. Stephanie Chistu emerged as the new Khan of Clan Jade Falcon, distancing the clan from Malvina's Mongol doctrine. The Jade Falcons elected Callous Pride as Saw Khan and Marv Roshak as Lore Master. Clan Wolf voted to include the Wolves in exile in the ilClan, electing General Chance Vickers as the permanent Saw Khan. However, it was noted that Vickers' election didn't guarantee her as the ilKhan's successor, as the ilKhan is chosen based on merit. The clans gathered on Terra to commemorate their conquest and conclude the Grand Crusade, inviting leaders from various clans. Clan Wolf honored House Cameron and interred Kerensky's remains. They awarded the blood ribbon to warriors from Clan Jade Falcon, Clan Wolf, and Wolf's Dragoons. The ceremony reconciled the rivalry between Clans Jade Falcon and Wolf and paid tribute to fallen warriors. Wolf's Dragoons met with Alaric to discuss the ilClan trial, expressing disappointment over the decision to halt their offensive. Alaric justified their disqualification, offering them compensation. The meeting ended in anger and a declaration of hostility. Marota Kerensky stayed behind to persuade Alaric, but ultimately joined the Dragoons, declining the offer of Lore Master. Alaric accepted and promised him a place in the ilClan. In May 3151, Clan Wolf, recognized as the ilClan by the Jade Falcons, sought acknowledgement from other clans to legitimize their claim. Delegations from the remaining clans started arriving on Terra, with Clan Sea Fox leading the way. Clan Sea Fox pledged full support to Clan Wolf's ilClan claim, while Clan Snowraven praised Star Admiral Hayek Sukhanov for his naval tactics and honored him. The Ghost Bear Khans remained silent and did not recognize Clan Wolf as the ilClan, while the Hell's Horses expressed skepticism and displeasure, accusing Clan Wolf of favoritism. However, their dissent would not prevent Clan Wolf from pursuing its vision of re-establishing the Star League. On the morning of May 25th, Devlin Stone was in critical condition in a hospital near Unity City. Despite his deteriorating health, the ilClan, Alaric, hadn't visited him until news of Stone's worsening condition prompted a visit. Medical professionals predicted Stone had only 2 weeks to live. Alaric wore a new Star League uniform, adorned with his blood ribbon, symbolizing the rebirth of the Star League and Clan Wolf's rise as ilClan. Chance Vickers and Tucker Harwell were present for the meeting, but Harwell left at Stone's request for a private conversation. The details of their discussion remain unknown. Suddenly, Stone had a medical emergency and passed away despite resuscitation efforts. Tucker Harwell was not present to be informed of Stone's death, as he had already left the hospital, and his whereabouts are unknown. Later, in the evening of May 25th, after Stone's passing, Alaric Ward led the highly anticipated ceremony to formally recognize Clan Wolf as the ilClan. The event occurred in Unity City's Star League High Council chamber, holding historical significance. The lack of Devlin Stone's presence symbolized the dissolution of the Republic of the Sphere. Media outlets documented the proceedings as clan warriors wore ceremonial attire and clan khans recounted battles against the Republic. After presentations and speeches, the lore master of the Star League called upon each clan to pledge support for the ilClan. The Hell's Horses leader, Gottfried Amirald, refused to acknowledge Clan Wolf's claim, causing tension. However, all other clans supported the ilClan and Alaric Ward. The ceremony marked the fulfillment of Nicholas Kerensky's vision and the beginning of a new era for the Inner Sphere. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the ilClan era, as this is the most current era. It has been a long and bloody road to Terra, but Clan Wolf made it. But let us see how long they hold on to power, because this is the Inner Sphere after all. Let me know which era is your favorite in the comments below. We will see you next time, and remember, a PPC to the face is never a good thing.